Hi there, it's Susan. I've got a question for you. Are you judging yourself? Or maybe a more accurate question, how are you judging yourself? Because we're pretty much all doing it. And what I've noticed over just the last few days is that there's maybe an increasing sense of us judging ourselves and others. And there's something about this experience that we're going through. There's no right and wrong way to go through it. And yeah, there's lots of theories and models out there and lots of people telling you, oh, this is natural and here's what to expect and here's the kind of emotions. I think, it's a human experience and we're all having our own human experience of what's going on. And in that, some days feel better than others. But I think what I'm noticing, and I read a couple of things this morning which really sparked this for me, is a sense of needing to be productive, needing to use this time well. We've got lots of opportunities now to learn things that we've maybe not had access to before because everything's online now. And the opportunity to really spend good quality family time together because we're in the house with each other all the time. Maybe the sense of, oh, well, I've always thought about meditating. People are saying meditating is a good thing to do now. Maybe I should do that. So there's a kind of sense of needing to make the most of this unusual time that we have. And I certainly know I've said that to myself, how can I make sure I'm not wasting this time? And the irony in that for me is that maybe by filling my day and with doing and maybe filling my thinking with what I should be doing, that's actually the waste of time. I certainly think judging ourselves is a waste of time. And so I guess I'm just wanting to pose that question to you. How are you judging yourself? Maybe something to notice is the tone of voice that you're speaking to yourself with. We often use a much harsher tone of voice to ourselves than we would do to other people. Maybe think about tuning into that tone of voice, and when we're giving ourselves a hard time, maybe just notice that and give ourselves a bit of a break. Notice the physical energy in the body. If you find yourself thinking, right, okay, I must do that thing, I'm going to write that blog that I've been putting off writing, or I'm going to sign up for that course, or I'm going to just notice the energy behind it. And if it feels relaxed, quite light, quite curious, great, go for it, because you're much more likely to engage with it and get something out of it. But if you're thinking, right, I must do that thing, or I really should get round to it, or now is the prime opportunity, and there's a kind of tension or there's a heaviness in the body, then that's maybe something to flag up or to be aware of, that doesn't feel so good. And if we approach doing something with a harsh tone of voice, a tension in our body, it ain't going to go so well. That's potentially where we're wasting our time. And so if the thing that you need to do is to go and sit in your garden with a book, or sit and watch movies with your kids rather than homeschooling, or rather than getting into your emails, or spend some time cooking, or whatever it is for you, whatever it is, if it's coming from an energy of non-judgment, of acceptance that this is what you need to nourish yourself right now, and it feels relaxing in the body, that's the way to go right now. Judgment is not helpful. Self-care is much more helpful. And this isn't about you creating lots of new habits and good things for the future. Great if you want to do that. I think we're still too much in a period of flux to really be trying to establish new habits that we're genuinely going to stick with. So give yourself a break. Do what feels right for you right now. Nourish your mind and your body in whatever way works for you, and forget the judgment.